Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and it is our first raid wrap-up video of the new year in 2022. Time to get back to the normal workflow. Things have been crazy the last week or two for many of us, I'm sure, and also for me. So time to get back to that normal schedule and get the consistent raid content out to you every single day. And we've got an interesting one for this one. We have got a 10X coming up, featuring Tormin and Sishia, a couple really good champions. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about CvC coming up and get you full context of everything going on in Raid as we get the week kicked off. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, we have got a non-void champion and a void champion. So what this is going to do, it's going to cover all three of the major shards. Your ancient and sacred shards are going to be a boosted chance to get a Sishia Flame Tongue, and then your void shards are going to be a boosted chance to get Torment. So first, let's talk about each champion really quickly, and then we'll talk about how this event is going to function and what it coincides with, and for who of you it would make sense to pull shards or not. Okay, so first up, the non-void Lego is going to be Sishia Flametongue. Now, Sishia Flametongue is a newer champion to raid. Not a legacy champion, but way newer than Tormin. And was kind of introduced to the game around the time where Plarium added stage 21 to 25 dungeon levels. And the meta of the spider switched from like 10-second enemy max HP, Septimus type reset nuke teams to HP burn teams that can use the HP burn ticks from all of the spiderlings, boom, 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 to take down the spider in 25-30 seconds. So Sishia Flametongue is amazing in that role with all of the AoE and the HP burn and everything that she does. She's incredible in those teams, and she can also make sense in a lot of different Hydra compositions in terms of being a damage dealer, because HP burn is pretty solid in the Hydra. She also does weaken, decrease defense, as long as you hit the qualifiers that are going to be required to place that. So you're not going to see her a whole lot in PvP, but she is very solid in any scenario where you're going to want to utilize HP burn, like the spider or the Hydra. And then the Void Legendary is going to be Tormin the Cold, who probably does not need an introduction for any of you. He's one of the most discussed and most utilized champions that people run into in Raid. A lot of people have this guy on their arena defenses, so I'm sure you have faced Tormin the Cold many, many times at this point if you have been playing Raid for at least a month or so. So yeah, he's obviously known for his ability to freeze people and crank out a lot of CC with his passive. He was the Holiday Christmas Fusion champion a couple years ago. He was actually the first one that went Tormin and then Pixneal, and then this year with Tatura. So yeah, Tormin, he's the PvP champion, and then Sishia is probably the PvE champion. So yeah, Tormin, a very solid Void Legendary, a very good champion to have in your tag team arena defenses and your arena defenses and stuff like that, because he's very annoying to play against, and he can kind of deter people from attacking you nearly as often. And then also, it's worth noting that we're not going to, if you look in game, you're going to see that we're not getting a tournament or an event that coincides with the 10Xs for these champions, which you typically do. You'll get a champion chase or a summoning event that coincides with the 10X. But if you look under the tournaments and events, there is nothing coming. But it does still coincide with something, because CvC is going to be starting tomorrow. So this is going to be the incentive for people to pull shards during CvC and get extra points for acquiring champions that will stack up and contribute to their team winning a clan versus clan match. So that's what Plarium is doing. They're trying to provide an incentive to go after Sishia or Tormin and have the points coincide with helping your clan win a CvC match. So then who would it make sense for to pull shards and go after this? I would say, in terms of Sishia Flametongue, if you are very endgame, and there's very few champions that are account changing for you, but your spider team is kind of lackluster, maybe it takes over a minute or something, or you just don't have a team you like for the spider, or you're really struggling to get that second and third Hydra team built as an endgame player. If you're close to Mercy, I could understand maybe YOLOing a few for Sishia, but I wouldn't recommend anybody really go crazy and start spending thousands of gems or hundreds of dollars or something going after Sishia. So I think it's going to be a very rare circumstance where somebody really, where it would make sense for them, or I would recommend for them to go for Sishia. But then for Tormin, I think I think he's going to be a little bit more sought after. Obviously, PvP champions are typically the more valuable ones because people really want to improve their quality of life in arena progression and arena farming. And with tag team arena, people really love having those tournaments to throw in their defenses because it makes them a lot more robust. So if you are close to Mercy, it might be worth going for Torment if you don't have him yet, because 10x is way more impactful on void shards than it is on non-voids. So even if you pull a legendary of a non-void, you're probably only about 10% to get Sishia. Whereas if you pull during a 10x or you pull a legendary void during a 10x for that champion, you're probably closer to like 40% to get that legendary. So though I'm estimating off the top of my head while I'm live on camera, so those numbers, spoiler, may not be exact, or they are not exact, but the point is, you are way more likely to get the legendary you're looking for in a 10x void event. So I think for a lot more people, it would make sense to go for Torment, especially if they don't have him yet. He's so handy to have on your account. Amazing in Doom Tower, Faction Wars, Tag Team Arena, Classic Arena, a great quality of life champion for PvP to have on your account. So I would totally understand for some of you, especially if you're close to your Void Mercy, and maybe YOLOing and taking your chances to go after a Torment if you don't have him yet. Then as we transition into what is going on in game, we have got obviously a CvC launching tomorrow, and this is perfectly expected. Plarium going with the normal rotation of starting these on Tuesday, every other Tuesday. So we did have one a couple months ago where they threw a wild card and tried out starting it on Saturdays, but they immediately went back to the next few being on Tuesday. So it looks like Plarium, as of right now, is going to be settling on the rotation of every other Tuesday. So we're going to be getting one tomorrow on Tuesday, January 4th. And then the next one after that would be on Tuesday, January 18th. Then under the tournaments tab, we are going to be having a spider tournament that ends in about a day and a half, and it's a pretty normal spider tournament. You don't really need to worry about going super crazy on this one. There's no core hammers, there's no shards, nothing like that. So do not feel bad about skipping the spider tournament. We got a classic arena takedown ending today, so at least spend enough of your tokens to scoop up the 75, 150 energy that you've got here on the right. Pretty easy resources to nab up, and then we'll be having a Fire Night tournament that is only epic champions. So a lot of times for these specific tournaments, it's better to drop it. Okay, so I'm speaking to endgame players. Like, if you farm level 24, level 25, a lot of times for events like this, it's better to drop it down to level 20, make it a lot easier on yourself, and you actually get more points per energy spent on level 20 than you do on level 25. So don't feel bad about events where it's only epics or only rares or only certain factions. Drop it down to level 20. You'll get more bang for your buck on your energy anyway. And then if we fire up the events tab, you can see that we've got an artifact enhancement event starting tomorrow. That will be coinciding with CvC, so make sure you wait until CvC starts to upgrade some of your artifacts and double dip your points a little bit. Dungeon Divers also going to be ending in about a day and a half. Yeah, nothing super crazy here. I mean, yeah, I guess you could focus on getting to 3,700 to scoop up your ancient shard, but again, you don't have to feel bad about going crazy. That was designed to coincide with the spider tournament that is going on currently, but again, that spider tournament is nothing to really take note of, in my opinion. So now let's take a gander on into the shop. Okay, so first up, you can see that we did get the New Year gift chain coming through. Pretty decent. It ended up being worth about $10 on my offer sheet if you are curious as to what the New Year's gift Plarium gave us was worth in terms of offer packs. It was worth about 10 bucks, so hey, we'll take it, right? Then we got the dungeon pack right here. This one usually grades out as pretty decent. Let's go ahead and talk about the 2 days of XP. Okay, 300 energy, 3 legendary tomes, and boom, and then we've got 750k, pretty generally useful offer here, and then 200 gems. Did I get it all? 5 energy refills, bang, 2.15. So not terrible, not the worst thing you can buy, especially with a CvC coming up. There'd be a lot of points right here with the energy and then the legendary tomes for sure. You definitely want to book champions during a CvC if you can plan around that. So but anyway, it's all right. It's just not amazing. Multi-battle pack, this one grades out to about being worth $8 on my offer sheet without the multi-battles. So if the multi-battles are worth $2 or $3 to you, it's not really that bad of an offer for you. So maybe if you're like a mobile only player, the multi-battle pack right here, it is a decent investment. The monthly pack grades out as about 2.5. So especially if you were going to YOLO for tournament or something, wouldn't be the worst time to scoop that up. Faction accessories, no, you don't want to pay $20 for 5-star gear when it's 3 accessories. And then the New Year's pack, you're going to have to make a decision today. I believe this offer was 1 week long. So let me go ahead and plug this in one last time for you just to make sure you saw what the New Year's pack grades out to. We got 200, 500 energy. We're going to go 100 gems. And then we're going to go 5, 3, and 1 on the shards. 5, 3, 1, bang, 2.22. So, yeah, again, it's not excellent. It's just decent. But especially, like I said, if you're going to YOLO during one of these events, maybe an opportunity if you're the type to spend money on raid. If you have it in your budget, you can definitely spend money worse than this because shards are typically the best investment. The more opportunities that you give yourself for the RNG, the more it's going to pay off over the long haul if you play raid for 2 or 3 years. And a couple quick notes before we head out. We have got the clan quests resetting today. So make sure you go under clan and go under clan quests on the left side right here and get your clan quests done today. So you are earning the tokens that you can spend in the clan shop and go after some of those accessories. And then also, obviously, early in the week here, you want to help each other farm the tag team arena and make sure you get your classic arena up to the right tier because of the reset occurring. You may not be in the right spot that you were typically used to on the arena. And then also you only have a day and a half to spend your Hydra keys. I know you're all excited about that. I know you're excited to jump in and do your 3 manual battles on the Hydra. You're just dying to get in there and do that. I know. So don't forget, you've only got about a day, obviously. I'm being I'm joking around here because I know me, just like you, I dread having to spend the 2 hours making sure I get the RNG to line up and manually my Hydra fights, but got to do that the next day and a half if you want to get those rewards. We have a new iteration of the Doom Tower, so you've got some time on that. Obviously, that's not the super focus yet. For the next day or two, you're gonna want to be focusing on clan quests, getting your Hydra keys done, and then making sure you are getting ready to coincide as many clan versus clan points that you can go ahead and help your team in terms of winning your match. So that's going to do it for me on this one. Good luck in your CvC match, and I hope you are having a great start to your 2022. I will be back to the normal workflow, getting you like probably 7 to 10 videos a week on raid. We're gonna be back to the grindstone. I do have a lot going on in terms of meetings and stuff this afternoon, so I may have to stream later in the day than I typically do, but I will definitely try to get a stream done today and hang out with you guys for a little bit, even if I can't go right after sending this video out. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.